Desi radio station in America, a Universal Media Access owned radio station.
Want to know the best Mercedes and BMW repair center? Introducing Star Auto Services. Located at 1555 South 10th Street in San Jose. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Give them a call at 408-280-7002 or visit their website, starautoservices.net. Star Auto Services. Quality service and repair for Mercedes and BMWs. If your dentist appointments sound like that, then it's time to make the switch to Dr. Lee. Dr. David Lee, Family Cosmetic and Restorative Dentistry, with offices in San Jose and Sunnyvale. Give them a call today at 408-972-9926 or go to smileplanner.com. Dr. David Lee, quality and comfortable dental care you can trust. It's the first Dandiya of the festival season. Dandiya Dilse at the Sunnyvale Hindu Temple on September 28th at 6:30 p.m. Get ready to put your dancing shoes on. For tickets, go to dandiyadilse.eventbrite.com. That's eventbrite.com. Dandiya Dilse. Brought to you by What's the Buzz in association with P&G Jewelers and Janya.
Good evening. It seems like a very long week for me. And I have Julio back at the boat today.
Hello.
There you go with your sexy voice.
Yeah.
You know, when
Yes.
Tiffany said that you're back, well, you sound tired though.
I know, right? I've been here all day.
You look tired.
And I'm tired.
And your college started too, along with my kids.
Mm-hmm. I have an exciting social life, so I'm always tired. I'm always out late.
See?
I come to work tired.
Well, I think you and I are on the same boat. We have exciting social life, except you go out, but my social life is always, on the laptop and
Really?
reading books.
Well, same here. Sometimes I stay up late on my computer and whatnot.
Oh, me too. So I'm such a night owl sometimes. It's
Become a
like,
zombie.
2, 3. Yeah, I know. But nowadays with the kids' schedules and everything, it's like I have to drop them at school.
Uh-huh.
So it's like I can't afford to stay up until like 3, 4.
Oh my God.
My cutoffs come down to like 1:30. Even that is like,
So how much free time do you get a day?
It's okay, but the kids are all grown up though. It's not like they're toddlers and that they need attention, right? I mean,
Right.
my older one just turned 14 2 days ago. So,
Oh, okay.
and the other
Fortunate.
one is 11. So it's not like the babies anymore. They can take care of themselves, do their own homework, make
I
their
know.
own food.
Yeah, my sister's 11. She could do everything on her own.
Yeah,
So
there you go. See? All right.
totally know.
So this is Alima with Rangmunch with Alima on Desi 1170. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Saturday and you guys are staying cool, I hope. It's 92, 93 out there when I
No
went this
way.
afternoon. Well, my car was reading 83 just now.
I was reading updates on Facebook that people say it's really hot out there. It
It is warm. I mean, you step out of the car and it is warm. I mean,
Oh
and there's
my-
not a single leaf moving. There's no breeze. There's absolutely nothing.
And I'm freezing in the studio. I'm wearing a sweater right now and shorts.
But it's nice
God.
inside now. It's really nice.
Yeah, it gets too cold here sometimes.
Yeah,
but,
it does too. It does too.
It's okay.
Well, before we start off and go into all the other things and chatting and, talk about the crazy things that people do all over the world, I just wanted to bring attention to all the listeners out there to introduce you all to one-of-a-kind event that is making a huge difference in the lives of thousands of children in India, and it's called Masterminds. So Genya, they believe in making a huge difference in a child's life through our hands-on approach, and you get to build this with Genya. All you need to do is have some passion to help the underprivileged children. You can go solo or team up with your best friends or, your children or your wife or a sibling. You build science and math models that end up in thousands of schools servicing hundreds of thousands of children in India. And of course, if you want to get more information, you can always log on to janya.org, which is janyaa.org, or you can even email them at masterminds@genia.org. This event is coming up in the month of October, and as we go along, we'll be getting a few more details on it. But hey, be a superhero, people. Be a superhero to your children, or just to the public, or to yourself, and help transform the lives of children. Show them how magical and fun science and math can be. So visit genya.org for more details, and as the show goes along, I'll be getting a few more details about it, what the Masterminds event is all about. So hopefully at the end of the show you will have more information going to it. So stay tuned, people. Rangmunch with Alima on Desi 1170.
चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए। चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए। मिलन की मस्ती भरी आँखों में, हजारों सपने सुहाने लिए हो। चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए। ये मस्ती के नजारे हैं तो ऐसे में संभलना कैसा, मेरी कसम। जो लहराती डगरिया हो तो फिर क्यों ना चलूं मैं बहका बहका रे। मेरे जीवन में ये शाम आई है, मोहब्बत वाले जमाने लिए हो। चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए। वो आलम भी अजब होगा वो जब मेरे करीब आएगी। मेरी कसम कभी बैया छुड़ा लेगी, कभी हंस के गले से लग जाएगी। हाय मेरी बाहों में मचल जाएगी, वो सच्चे झूठे बहाने लिए हो। चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए। बहारों में नजारों में नजर डालूं तो ऐसा लागे मेरी कसम। वो नैनों में भरे काजल घूंघट खोले, खड़ी है मेरे आगे रे शर्म से बोझल। झुकी पलकों में जवां रातों के फसाने लिए हो। चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए। मिलन की मस्ती भरी आँखों में, हजारों सपने सुहाने लिए हो। चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए। ला 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 ला।
And Rangmunch with Alima is back on the air at Desi 1170.
Yeah.
I mean, Julio's got this puzzling look on his face.
I was
Are you fading out here?
I was so confused. I didn't even know what I was doing for a second. I was like, wait, am I fading in or out or what am I doing here?
And here I thought my voice was, good enough to listen and you don't have to fade me out, right?
No, it's just trying to have a good transition.
Well,
It's tough.
It's been a weird week actually. I feel like there's so much that happened, then I feel that nothing has happened. Have you had one of those days?
That
You feel like you haven't achieved anything at all,
I
but
have
you've just
those days.
been so busy.
I have those days all the time.
Every day?
Yeah, I have it a lot.
I think it has to do with the short week that we had because Monday was holiday
Right. And
for
then-
Labor Day. And then it's the rest of the week was so super busy at work. It's just that I've been working late every day.
Oh my.
Literally like 5:30, and this is back in San Ramon, and then come back home.
5 to
and-
5:30.
I mean, what I meant is evening 5:30. I go there around
oh.
8:30 in the morning. So usually I leave
okay.
around 4:45, 5. But then, if you leave at 5:30, you don't get home until like 6:30.
Oh my.
It's a long commute,
You make a really long commute, not.
morning and evening. But lucky though, it's always against the traffic. You have your little pockets,
Right.
but it's just just a couple of minutes, but nothing major. Not like bumper to bumper.
Okay.
That would be terrible.
That would be too stressful.
That would be too stressful. Now, who wants to be a millionaire?
Me
Me too.
Please,
Me
let's do
too.
it.
Please, I'll just settle with 1 million. I don't want to
What can I
get
do?
greedy. I just want only 1 million, and I
Yeah.
think I can clear out all my debts.
Help me out with a couple of grand.
There you go. See.
Just to get me through.
Yeah, exactly. Right? I keep half of it, and then the other half I can just give it to
Yeah, like
donate
even.
it and give it to people who want it.
Yeah,
like
I'll
you. And
think about donating it.
yeah.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so Who Wants to Be a Millionaire obviously comes in India too. Kaun Banega Crorepati, obviously hosted by Amitabh Bachchan, and it looks like it's got its first millionaire. So this is like the same show done in Hindi in India. You know how I
So
say
how do you say
they
millionaire in Hindi?
Crorepati.
Crorepati.
Yeah.
I'm a crorepati.
Yes.
That's
You
right.
said that really well.
Crorepati.
Really, really well. See?
I don't believe you.
No, seriously. I mean, you can ask the listeners. He really said it right, guys. I mean, whoever is listening,
I
you
wanna
want to
hear
give
more
a call
approval.
in and tell Julio that he said it the right way, Crorepati. Please do that. So that way he believes me.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
car-
Anyways,
Okay.
okay. So apparently he won the first. He became the first crorepati of the season, and his name was. Let's see if I can find his name. Taj Muhammad Rangmunch, and I guess he got it at the excuse me, the 12th question. But it's amazing how it changes their life. I mean, look at people who win the lottery or
Right.
the Powerball.
I don't know who they are. Who are those people?
But those are the people who have lost everything too. They win millions in the lottery and then they lose all the money. And long time ago, I read a couple of articles and everything. In fact, I think I watched an episode, or like how the NBC or the Dateline and they do different issues and articles,
Right.
and they run programs that they are like homeless now.
What?
After winning millions and
Because they
millions.
go crazy?
I guess so. I mean,
I would imagine. I would go crazy. You have nothing to work for anymore, right? You
No,
have,
and without even realizing it, you probably just spend money. Or, just spend away money. But I remember one person. I can't remember the name of the person, but I remember this guy's face so well, who did very, very well with his lottery money.
what did he?
You
He
know,
invested.
He invested, and I think he started his own business or something. And his
Okay.
family, he's got a nice home and everything. But he is doing very well.
That's a great idea. I would employ others.
Yes.
I would employ people.
Like the financial advisors and all those people who
Yeah.
can take care of stuff. We just want to make sure they're doing it the right way, though,
Okay.
right?
All right. Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, it's so funny. Lots of
Oh, we
times
got a
I
call.
think. Lots of times I think I don't want $1 million. I'll just settle for a $500,000 win. You
would
know what
settle
I'm
for
saying?
1,000.
I don't want to be greedy. I just need only this much.
Yeah, I just want to be able to live comfortably.
Yeah, Exactly.
that's it, yeah.
Maybe clear up a few debts or something just out of the way. And,
Yeah.
I still want to keep my job. I want to work. I want to come to the radio
You
station.
don't want to be too high profile. right?
Yeah,
You just wanna-
exactly. I just still want to live a normal life, but without the baggage.
Yes.
See?
That's-
There
that's
we
what
go.
we
It
need.
looks like we may have a caller.
Okay, let's take it. Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing fine, thank you.
I just have a comment about you guys are talking about lottery and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I'm an attorney, and actually I had a few clients that had won the lottery, and I gave them advice. I sent them to a CPA,
Uh-huh.
and now actually I had lunch with my friend of mine who's a CPA, and he told me they're both broke.
Oh my God.
Well, reason being, you have this shock when you win the lottery. You go spending money like crazy.
Uh-huh.
You don't have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
You always have to have a plan. I don't care how much money you make. If you work for McDonald's or if you work for, a bank or any other company, you have to have a plan.
Correct, exactly.
Yeah, like my grandfather said, hey, you gotta save money because you never know what's gonna happen.
Exactly, definitely. And especially now, the economy and the world is so crazy, so unpredictable. It's like you don't know what's going to happen the next minute, be it,
Yep.
But I'm sorry, but I didn't catch your name at the beginning of the show.
Karthik.
Karthik?
Yes.
Oh, and you're calling from the Bay Area?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. But
Nice.
So how did they lose it in the sense that not divulging too many of details? Was it just bad planning on their part, or they did not listen to the advice of the CPA and now they're broke?
They did not listen to the advice. First of all, and they just, bought everything they could.
Mm-hmm.
They bought a boat. One person bought a boat, a few cars, a few houses.
Mm-hmm.
Always paid when he went out with his friends or other families and stuff.
Uh-huh.
That way, he can show off, basically, and showing off got into trouble. Now I think he's living in not to cap on anybody, but like a mobile home park.
Right.
And barely, I think he's working as a fast food restaurant or something now, and then, it's pretty sad.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Wow.
That is really so sad, Karthik.
Are we
I
talking
mean,
millions of dollars here? that we're
Yeah,
spending?
one was, I think he got a lump sum about $20-something million.
oh, my God. I have goosebumps.
Wow, I can't even think of what I would.
I don't
buy
know.
with-
I'm assuming it's given to them as a check or something. But even just to imagine that number, even to imagine $100,000 in cash is wow.
Yeah, that's already too much.
Like
Wow.
my grandfather said, you have $1 million, and, you give away a penny, you don't have $1 million anymore.
Correct. That is so true. But it's just so sad, Karthik. I wish, and it's not like it's the first time it has happened. We hear stories about how previous winners have lost it all, and we always think that the new winners would make a better plan for the money that they won. Invest it wisely, or do something where when the rainy day comes, you have that funds to go to.
Another thing is that statistically speaking, people that win the lottery, you never hear of any rich people living the lottery. They're always, low to middle class people win the lottery. And when they win the lottery, it's like a shock to them, like I said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And then they think, I'm a multi-millionaire now, and then I'm going to go and live like, Donald Trump, by which I can't stand that guy, but, kind of example.
I can't stand him either. and I guess even though you have a couple of friends who give you good advice to you, but I think they probably have another bunch of friends or people who they talk to, and they kind of don't support them in the decision and then lead them the wrong path, probably, right? I mean, they just get influenced, I guess.
You go to a dinner, you can buy $100 bottles of wine, $1,000 bottles of champagne.
Mm-hmm.
When I used to use drinking champagne or wine, and you're just blowing it off, and you get a tab for $20,000-$30,000.
Oh my God.
Somebody's got to pay for it.
Yes, of course, someone has to pay for it. Oh my God! But yeah, it's just so sad. What is it about this power and money and this thing that makes people crazy?
I think it's just status. I mean, a lot of, and this is what I like about, our Indian people.
Mm-hmm.
especially like Gujarati people, they have lots of money in the bank. You go to their house, their sofa's covered with plastic. They drive a Camry. I mean, you look at them, you might think like, oh, they have no money. But you look at their bank account balance, they're loaded.
Yeah. Well, that's what I heard about the Gujaratis. No offense to anyone or anything, but
no offense. I mean,
but it's just that they're very, very strict business people, very stringent with money, and and a lot of people always tell that if you want to do any business with them, you be careful with, you're always warned to do when you're doing business with them.
Or Marwadis, I mean, but
Yes.
they're the best business people or best business partner you can have.
Yes, yeah. Well, that is. Well, Karthik, thank you so much for calling us.
You're welcome. Have a great evening, guys.
You too have a great Sunday and Saturday night.
Take care.
Yes, thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. It is just so sad. It's just so sad. I mean, even to say those numbers, it's like mind-boggling sometimes. And then to have all that money and then lose everything.
I wonder how it affects them mentally.
But you know what, though? But here's the other thing. It's just not the people who win the lottery. Look at all the celebrities. Look at that. Who's that guy? Who was that guy? Hernandez someone, the football guy who got stuck in this murder case and he's behind bars now. Or any celebrity for that matter.
Right.
I mean, who do drugs, who lose everything, who do one wrong step.
It's like you've already reached the top. What are they going to do now, right?
Right, because what is it? Is it like arrogance saying that, hey, I can get away with it because I have the money?
That is definitely a part of it.
Part of it. But I think, you know what, though? I think something like that, you probably can get away in the third world countries or maybe in India where you have tons of money and you can get away with murder. I think it's much more difficult in certain countries like the USA and everything because no matter what, they still do have a basic foundation of rules and consequences and punishment, right?
Yeah, you know what I always wonder? How come wouldn't you be afraid if people knew you were a multimillionaire?
How can you even live?
Exactly. I would be living in fear.
I don't know. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, I do want to win the lottery, but I don't want to win that much money.
I wouldn't want to be known, and I would...
Yes, it has to be an anonymous payout or something like that,
and
right?
I will still drive my Honda Civic every day.
Exactly. I
Not
still
gonna
want to go
upgrade
to my
much.
job, get up, no private schools for my kids,
Yes,
regular
I know.
public schools.
Keep everything the same.
Yes, I still want to come to the radio station.
I'll just buy really nice shoes
Yeah,
and a nice computer.
Exactly. That's what I want to do. Well, anyways, though, so Rangmunch with Alima on Desi 1170 now. The special request is coming up for Ranjit, who just called me a few minutes ago. But, thank you, Ranjit, for listening to the show. And here we go, Jile Zara. Hopefully it's the right one I picked because it's coming off of iTunes. So just give me a second. There we go. All right. See you back in a few minutes, people.
सच है समय का ही सब दोष है धड़कन धड़कन एक गम रहता है ओ जाने क्यों फिर भी दिल कहता है जी ले जरा कहता है पास अब यादों के दुख से ना ओ सुन भी ले जो दिल का है कहना जी ले जरा कहता है दिल जी ले जरा हम सफर पास जी
And Rangmunch with Alima is back on Desi 1170. It looks like we may have a caller. Hello, this is Rangmunch with Alima. Who's this?
Hey, hi, Alima. This is Kaushik.
Oh, hey Kaushik, how are you?
Yeah, good. How are you doing?
Doing very well. For people who have just tuned in or for the uninitiated, Kaushik is from Genya. He's a secretary of Genya. And if you were listening to the show from the beginning, I had been talking about the Masterminds event, which is being conducted by Genya. So Kaushik is a guy who's going to give us more information. So Kaushik, what's happening with Masterminds?
Yes, Alima. Mastermind is an exciting science and math contest. So basically, it's a contest where any science enthusiast can join, right from a child to a parent to a grandma. Anybody who is interested in science and math can join. So the goal of this contest is to, ask the participants to come up with a science or a math model, which is very simple and it can explain the concept in a very easy manner so that children can relate it to their daily life. And the most exciting part of this contest is the winner's model will be part of the Genya's kit, which reaches like over 70,000 students.
Oh, that is fantastic. So let me get this clear or straight in the sense that so people who are going to be participating in the event, so they can come up with any kind of an experiment or what they can think of. I mean, so they could be using like any ingredients or any supplies or stuff from home also. I mean, like.
Yeah, so we actually have 20 exciting categories, 10 math and 10 science categories to choose from. They can choose any of the categories which are listed on our website, genya.org. And we have some rules, like they should use a product which can be shipped in a kit and then demonstrated to various students. And they can use like anything from their home. But we have like a few rules they can follow, what materials to use. And then based on their imagination, they can come up with any idea. And then we have like 20 exciting topics to choose from.
That is great. So I guess we can be using like eggs and oranges and perishable things like that, or can we cannot, right?
Right, eggs or a glass or, something which is flammable, something like that.
Because when
so
you said
more simple, it's better.
Right, because when you said science and math, I suddenly remembered my daughter did an experiment, I think, for her science project where she took these oranges, she took these lemons and stuff, and she's got those wires and she stuck those wires in it, and you could light up a certain like 1 watt bulb or something like that to create light. And of course, I'm such a dork when it comes to science and math, so it was entirely my husband who was helping her out with that. But when you said science and math, everything was at home. It's not like they had to go out and buy anything. You had the lemons, you had the wiring, so she was able to do that. So actually, it's fascinating. It's fascinating when I see people do experiments like that.
Yes. So that's a good part is, based on the thing they have, it should be as simple as possible. I'm pretty sure, whoever is interested in science and math, this will be a very exciting challenge for them to come up with so simple that anybody can understand and using like materials from daily life.
Correct.
It'll be quite exciting for anyone who likes science and math.
Now, is it a rule that a team can work on only one experiment, or can they do one science and one math, or how does that work out?
That will be great, if they can come up with multiple, they can fit into multiple categories. So that's still accepted. They can, choose one science and one math. And they can come individually, and they can also come in a team. Like we had, like a father and daughter sign up. So if they want to do that, it's they're welcome.
That's pretty cool, actually. Julio, you want to go do a science and math experiment?
Science and math, no. No. No, please. Last math course I took was pre-calculus.
See? But
anybody is welcome to try out.
Yeah, but there's so many smart kids out there. Oh my God! I mean, kids these days are just so super fast and super smart at things. So I mean, how is it looking now? Do you've got enough teams, and you guys are still looking for teams?
Yeah, we're still looking for teams, but we have had 2 weeks. We are getting entries, and there's been a very good response till now. And we are eager to get as many as possible. And again, the registration is quite easy. You just go to genia.org and then select your topic of interest, and then just sign up. The best part is it's free. Sign up is absolutely free.
That's great.
So you can sign up based on the topic of your interest. And this is on 26th of October.
October 26th. So it's like we have about, 6 weeks going in? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's plenty of time for people to come up with experiments. And the best thing is also, I guess, the schools have started. So I think, it's much more, if the word is spread with the schools and everything, or even with whoever we know, our various social forums and forums and everything. So the response would be fantastic, right, Kaushik?
Yes, definitely. That will be of big help because, you can tell your classmates, you can tell your friends. And it's very good to, what you're learning at school, if you can quickly develop it as an experiment and which can help thousands of students. That's a great idea.
Hey, it can help me too. Like I said, I'm such a, when it comes to science and math, it could help me too. See, I don't think age is an issue here.
Yes.
I guess any age people can just understand. And that's the beauty about it when you're doing simple experiments. Sometimes hands-on is so much more better than just reading stuff out of the books.
Yes.
And especially India mein to, we're so used to reading stuff out of the books. We never even really use our brains at all. Everything is just spoon-fed to you.
Yeah, once you see it in a practical way and you can relate it to your daily life, and you never forget it after
Correct, that's exactly.
And one more great thing about this competition is you not only get to help over 80,000 students, but also if you win in any category, your name will be part of the kit. What you have done will be part of Genia's kit, will be shipped to thousands of students.
Right, there you go, listeners. Your name is going to be etched forever on Genia's pages, right? On their kits. That's fantastic. So is there going to be like a special event or something where the winners will be drawn and the prizes are going to be given away, things like that?
Yes. So this event is going to be on October 26th. It starts at 10 o'clock. And the event will start off with various participants demoing their models to the judges. And then all the judges will decide the winners, and the prizes will be given away on the same day.
That's good. That's fantastic. So, dosto, there you go. If you need more information, just log on to their website, which is genia.org, and you should be getting all the information. Or you can even email them, right, Kaushik, at masterminds at genia.org.
Yes.
For any questions or concerns.
Yeah.
If something is not available,
and everything, all the details will be there, and you can register.
Okay, fantastic. That's great. So, Kaushik, I mean, you can always give us a call and keep us updated as to how it's happening, the masterminds. I would be interested to know that, considering how big an event it's going to be, or actually to me it's much more, I would say it's a great event to help the children, to learn things. I think that is the main important thing about the event. And I think it actually puts the kids, think for themselves and come up with experiments and stuff. So do keep do keep us posted. We would like to know what is happening or how it's going, or if there's anything else that we can do.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Alima. I'm sure many of your listeners would sign up.
I sure hope so. Hey, I mean, if I was a big fan, if not that I'm not a big fan of science, but if I was a pro at science and math, for all I know, my kids might join, because sometimes I underestimate them and they come up with the most, things that really surprise me sometimes. So I'm just going to pass the information on to them.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks, Kaushik, for giving us a call.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Alima.
You have a great night.
Yeah. Thank you. You too.
Bye. And dosto Rangmunch with Alima will be back in a couple of minutes.
पत्ता पत्ता बूटा बूटा हाल हमारा जाने है पत्ता पत्ता बूटा बूटा हाल हमारा जाने है पत्ता पत्ता
किसी को चाहे तो क्यों गुनाह समझते हैं लोग, कोई किसी की खातिर तड़पे अगर तो हंसते हैं लोग। पत्ता पत्ता बूटा बूटा हाल हमारा जाने है पत्ता पत्ता। दुनिया बिजली गिराए, ये दुनिया कांटे बिछाए, इश्क मगर कब माने हैं। पत्ता पत्ता बूटा बूटा हाल हमारा जाने है पत्ता पत्ता। दिखलाएंगे जहां को कुछ दिन जो जिंदगानी है, और कैसे न हम मिलेंगे, हमने भी दिल में ठानी है, और अभी मत वाले दिलों की पत्ता बूटा बूटा हाल हमारा जाने है पत्ता पत्ता। जाने न जाने भूल ही न जाने
Want to know the best Mercedes and BMW repair center? Introducing Star Auto Services, located at 1555 South 10th Street in San Jose. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Give them a call at 408-280-7002 or visit their website, starautoservices.net. Star Auto Services, quality service and repair for Mercedes and BMWs. If your dentist appointments sound like that, then it's time to make the switch to Dr. Lee. Dr. David Lee, Family Cosmetic and Restorative Dentistry, with offices in San Jose and Sunnyvale. Give them a call today at 408-972-9926 or go to smileplanner.com. Dr. David Lee, quality and comfortable dental care you can trust. It's the first Dandiya of the festival season. Dandiya Dilse at the Sunnyvale Hindu Temple on September 28th at 6:30 p.m. Get ready to put your dancing shoes on. For tickets, go to dandiyadilse.eventbrite.com. That's eventbrite.com. Dandiya Dilse. Brought to you by What's the Buzz in association with P&G Jewelers and Janya.
Rangmunch with Alima is back on air on Desi 1170. Dosto, I hope everyone is having a fantastic Saturday. And I have Julio at the boat today. My guy is back again. I missed you, Julio.
Oh, thank you.
And I hope I'm keeping you awake, right?
No, absolutely, yes. I am tired, but
But it's interesting
awake.
topics. Now that we've talked about allergies during the break and stuff and the sneezing, I came across an article.
Yes.
From Times of India, which says man hiccuping endlessly for last 14 months.
That is awful.
Isn't that crazy? I mean,
in a way, it's really funny, but at the same time,
it's bizarre. I mean, it's just bizarre. I mean, so this is in London. A man from Ireland has been suffering from a chronic condition, synchronous diaphragmatic flutter. I hope I said that right. If any of the doctors are listening, please excuse my pronunciation. Due to which he has been hiccuping every 7 seconds since last July.
How does he sleep?
Exactly my point. How does he even do anything? The 37-year-old, and his name is Daniel Clavin, and he has an estimated 5.25 million hiccups since the morning after attending a stag party, where he had the usual mix of beer and spirits and drinks like in July 2012. So now, due to this problem, he sometimes passes out or stays awake all night and has spent he's been sleeping in a spare room. I mean, because he just can't stay with his wife anymore. That is so sad.
That is terrible.
He's a software worker and he's undergone a lot of endoscopies, a CAT scan, changed his diet, taken tranquilizers, and he's even seen a chiropractor, but obviously he hasn't been cured. And I mean, that is so sad. I mean, sometimes we sneeze like 10-15 times when you have allergies, and that alone is so irritating and annoying, and you feel like your whole body is like out of whack or something. I mean, how can you...
I can't imagine hiccuping for 14 months. Wait, did you say it was only for 14 months?
For the last 14 months.
Oh, so it hasn't even stopped since.
It hasn't stopped since last July.
Oh my, I hope he's okay.
I hope
Imagine
so
interviewing
too.
him. I mean...
Well, the article is dated September 5th, so as
So
far as an article's been printed, we are hoping he's still alive, but he's miserable and I mean, what kind of a life is that? Poor guy, I feel so bad for him.
It is terrible.
It
but,
is.
I mean, at least he'll live.
Yeah, but what kind of a life is that, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't talk,
When you want to interview him, he's just...
Yeah, see, every 7 seconds. Every 7 seconds.
That means he gets 7 seconds to completely be
himself.
Normal.
So yeah, exactly. So that's why they're saying it's 5.25 million hiccups in a day. If you're counting like every 7 seconds, and how many hiccups is it doing? I mean, but that is so sad. When I was pregnant with my second baby, you know how you monitor the movement of the babies and everything.
That's
right?
what these adults do nowadays.
And she used to hiccup.
Inside?
Inside. every
so interesting.
day, 2-3 times a day, she would hiccup. That is how I would monitor, saying, okay, she's doing fine. But it's just so crazy. Seriously, she would just hiccup.
You could hear it?
And
Could you hear
I
it,
could
though? Or
feel
you could
it.
feel it?
I could feel a little bump every time she has a hiccup. It's like, it's just so funny.
Wow, what
And
the
it's
heck?
just so crazy and funny.
I wonder if that guy's. I'm sure he's gone through every hiccup tricks. I hold my
Probably.
breath in. What do you do, right? Like, don't you just hold
I
your
mean,
breath?
though they tell us like when you get those hiccups, you take a deep breath
Yeah.
and then hold your nose and then let it out. Or the most common thing they tell us was drink water.
Yeah, well, I
Right.
just hold my breath and it works wonders.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
But look at this guy. I mean, this guy's, obviously, I think going to a party must be just a coincidence that he's got these hiccups coming. Maybe,
wonder what he drank.
maybe he had a problem and it just came out
Yeah.
coincidentally during that time. But poor guy, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You
Hiccuping for
you
life.
can't do anything, Julio.
Well, I hate that feeling of expecting the next hiccup to come
Yes.
and you're just waiting for it to come and then.
And then yeah, you know it's
you know
going
what
to
I'm
come.
talking about, right? Like-
Yes, exactly.
And then it's annoying because when you got rid of the hiccups, you're still waiting for the next hiccup to come.
Hiccup to
but
come. Yes,
It's never gonna
it's like
come
you
at
have
the
just
point.
like split second, rip you. I mean, look at it. Here you have a person who's hiccups and everything, and then here you have a person who, she's got the longest hair in the world, I believe. And I believe she was in the Guinness Book of World Records. So let me see if I get this straight. I mean, she's a 50-year-old and her name is Asha Mandela. And she went through 2 heart attacks. Cancer.
What?
Right. And she believes that it was all because of her hair that she survived it.
Or her hair was.
So I'm
Her
getting to this. So her hair is in dreadlocks. Okay, and it's the world's longest dreadlocks. So she lives in Atlanta in the USA.
Oh,
so
she's an
stopped,
American?
Yeah. She's not an American, but she lives in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
So she stopped cutting her hair when she was 20 years old, it seems. Okay, and so she just started growing her hair all these 25 years, right? So she's like 50 now, and apparently she gets some certain visions and dreams. Okay, and then she also has, it's like she's like called the 9th wonder of the world, and she has to carry, you know how much it weighs?
How much?
39 pounds.
Just the hair?
Just the hair.
I'm
in
imagining.
dreadlocks.
I'm imagining she doesn't drag it anymore. She just carries it, right?
She just carries it in a sling bag. Like you know how you carry babies in a cloth sling bag,
Right,
like a
like
baby?
yeah.
She carries her hair like that. 39 pounds.
Oh my god! I wonder how, her skeleton. I wonder how that's doing with all that hair.
Yeah, I mean.
You think her spine's in alignment out of years
You would
of
think it
carrying
is
all this
so
hair?
heavy, right? Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
bothering your spine, your back,
yeah.
your whole body generally? But she's saying the reason she survived the strokes and cancer was because of the hair, because I guess it holds some kind of a, I don't know, value
It
for
makes
her.
her more immune, so the more hair she has,
Maybe.
the more likely she is to
Maybe.
survive.
So she washes them once a week, it seems, and then she conditions them with natural oils. After washing, it literally takes her 2 full days to completely dry her hair.
Oh my god! She must have a team.
And she says, yeah, and she went through bilateral mastectomy followed by chemotherapy in the 1990s, and her hair didn't even fall out, it seems.
What the? Yeah, that's
Because
one of the biggest side
chemotherapy,
effects.
the main thing is your hair falling out.
Yeah.
She says she didn't even lose, like, once,
Too much hair to get rid of.
I don't know. I mean, it's amazing. Remember the little story when we were growing up, Rapunzel, right? The one
I've
with
heard
the
that
longest
before.
hair. You climb the window with, the
What?
prince. You didn't hear that
I've
story?
never
It's one
heard
of
this.
those
I didn't
little
have a
fairy
childhood.
tales, She lets her hair down or something like that,
And
but
some guy climbs the hair? Or
yeah,
what?
and
Like-
so the prince, climbs the tower holding on to her hair and gets to meet her every day.
Oh, that's interesting.
You should check it out, Julio.
I
It's
wonder-
one of those little. It's one of the little. It's not a Disney story, but it's a little fairy tale story. It's a
I've
little,
never heard of
yeah.
it. That's
But
crazy.
anyway, so so right now, each strand is measuring 19 feet and 6 inches. each strand.
That
And
is a
in
lot.
2010, Guinness Book of World Record, they decided to retire the category.
So it's not a
because
world record anymore, or what?
I guess at that moment she holds a record for it, but then it's retired now, so they don't have the category now anymore. So she held that record before the category was closed. Let me put it that way, because you know how you can the dreadlocks and stuff. You can have hair extensions and you can extend them. So Guinness did not want people to misuse by extending their hair like that.
Wow.
So
okay.
they retired. But I mean, I don't know. Oh my God. I mean, 19 feet.
I wonder what her day-to-day life must be like.
I don't know.
Her husband,
I'm curious. I'm curious. I would really like to be a fly on the wall. No, I don't have to be a fly on their house, but I just want to walk in and spend one day with her.
Yeah.
And
her
see
hair.
what her daily routine is like.
Yeah, like
I mean,
she must use the hair as a blanket, right? You might as well.
but I mean, you know how people grow nails too, right?
Yeah,
those
okay, I've
longest
seen that
nails.
before.
Yeah,
That is disturbing though.
that
because
is very
they start
disturbing. They
getting crooked
curl
and
and
curve
then
and curl,
they
yeah.
look so creepy and
They look like a-
I don't know. Yeah,
evil doctor or something, like evil witch.
yeah.
Some people
So the latest calculation, which I'm assuming is probably about a couple of weeks ago, one of her strands was measured at 55 feet and 7 inches.
55
which is 3 times the length of her official record. So that is where it stands at the moment. I mean, I mean, I don't know. Her neck must be hurting. I mean, her back must be hurting.
Imagine how she must feel when they cut it off, if she ever cuts it off.
Yeah, she says it has become a part of her life, and it's her life. So she's never going to cut it.
Oh my.
She's never ever going to cut it. I mean, that is just.
If she's out in public and some person just snips it off.
Well,
oh my God.
I'm assuming they can't do that because she's carrying it in the little baby
right.
sling or whatever, right? So the
Right.
chances of anyone getting to that is highly impossible. Like, she's probably carrying it like a baby.
People must question, like, why are you carrying a
Right?
baby?
Yeah.
And
She's probably carrying it like a baby. But anyways, dosto, Rangmunch with Alima is heading into the top of the hour in a few minutes. Stay tuned in and we'll be back in a few minutes.
मौसम है आशिकाना है दिल कहीं से उनको ऐसे में ढूंढ लाना ऐसे में ढूंढ लाना मौसम है आशिकाना है दिल कहीं से उनको ऐसे में ढूंढ लाना ऐसे में ढूंढ लाना मौसम है आशिकाना कहना कि रुत जवां है और हम तरस रहे हैं काली घटा के छाए बिरहन को डस रहे हैं डर है न मार डाले
For more information on how to get your own show on Desi 1170 AM, give us a call. A Universal Media Access radio station.
Want to know the best Mercedes and BMW repair center? Introducing Star Auto Services. Located at 1555 South 10th Street in San Jose. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Give them a call at 408-280-7002 or visit their website, starautoservices.net. Star Auto Services. Quality service and repair for Mercedes and BMWs. If your dentist appointments sound like that, then it's time to make the switch to Dr. Lee. Dr. David Lee, Family Cosmetic and Restorative Dentistry, with offices in San Jose and Sunnyvale. Give them a call today at 408-972-9926 or go to smileplanner.com. Dr. David Lee, quality and comfortable dental care you can trust. It's the first Dandiya of the festival season. Dandiya Dilse at the Sunnyvale Hindu Temple on September 28th at 6:30 p.m. Get ready to put your dancing shoes on. For tickets, go to dandiyadilse.eventbrite.com. That's eventbrite.com. Dandiya Dilse. Brought to you by What's the Buzz in association with P&G Jewelers and Janya.
And Rangmunch with Alima is back on Desi 1170. Julio and Harold were having way too much fun during the breaks, and
Yes.
we literally almost did not come on air.
You wish you were here.
I know, we were here, but Hawa mein milna to hum to bhool hi gaye. I mean, sorry about that. But
You missed
I
our
hope,
cue.
but I hope everyone is having a fantastic Saturday. We are having a good time with this show. You know, we were just talking about Facebook and everything, and the social forums, and it's amazing how people fight on Twitter and on Facebook. I mean, you like a celebrity. You have your favorite actor. I have a favorite actor.
Right.
Live and let live. I mean, you enjoy them. They're there
Yeah.
for enjoyment. That's
wanna know
their
what they think.
job,
Right.
right? But you don't go post stuff on Twitters and things saying he's the greatest, and then you drag out all the ugly stuff on the other person. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like both the actors are fine. I mean, they have their own credibility, their own stability. You don't have to. My point is, why are you guys fighting over it when those two have no problems?
Right.
Why it's like why are Julio and Alima fighting when those two people are doing fine? Don't we have better things to do?
No, right? We're like working together.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know. I was just reading this thing, and how Salman Khan is
What is that?
He's one of the biggest Bollywood actors, right next to Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh, really?
You know, and I'm sure if people said that he's not next to Shah Rukh Khan, he's bigger than Shah Rukh Khan, and I'm sure you'll have people who come and say, no, Salman
get
Khan
mad.
is way below that. You know, this is what happens.
Oh, we
You
do
know,
that
you
all the time.
It's like we do. You know, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, yes, you do it. There is fun in when you're going back and forth on it versus
it's mostly
when
friendly and fun.
when you put it out on social forums, and then you go one more step, and then you drag all the ugly stuff just to prove a point. See, now that is where I get mad. That is where I get upset.
You know, putting your opinion on social media just makes it so much more serious.
Yes.
Everybody gets so serious.
Yeah, and it's like as if they own them. And this is one of my biggest gripes forever on the social forums. And it's just not movie actors. It could be even the TV artists. It's like people believe they own them. They own them. They live with them. They know what exactly they're doing every minute. It's like they're their next best friend, and they know everything about them. That's how they talk, and that's how they post on the forums and everything. And it irritates the heck out of me.
Oh, okay. It's like I totally know what you mean.
Yeah.
I just can't think of an actor at the moment, but like I totally understand what you mean, Alima.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like, for example, I mean, I love George Clooney, okay? I mean,
Right.
you know, so I go and I talk about him and I do it, and you come and say you have your favorite actor, you know, I say, and I totally respect that.
Right.
And maybe the movie that your actor is doing very well than what George Clooney's movie is doing, but I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm not going to come and put ugly stuff about
Yeah.
it. I mean,
Like-
you know what I'm saying?
Like I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a better actor than
George Clooney.
George Clooney, right?
Should we start a fight over here right
Yes,
now?
I
How
think-
dare you say
how
that,
dare you.
Julio? Seriously.
My actor
But-
knows how to rock a tuxedo. He looks really good in one.
Hey, George Clooney looks handsome with his pepper and salt hair. Okay, I'm just saying, just for
He
kidding.
is old.
But you know, that's what I'm saying. It is just so amazing. I mean, social forums are what it is. Yes, you express your opinions, but do not cross that line.
Yeah.
Do not cross that line and make it ugly for everyone. You
People
know,
getting mad over someone else's life.
Exactly.
It's
That
the
is
exact same
my-
thing with sports. Exact same thing
It's
with
same
sports.
thing. I mean, and I think people just feel that they own all this thing, and we can just go and say anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember, in fact, a few weeks ago when I was doing. Were you there with me when we were doing the flood situation in India where 6,000 people went missing and all that
Yes,
stuff?
you did tell me how the homes
Remember
are
how-
very
yeah,
fragile and all that.
And remember how ugly and nasty those comments were about that whole situation?
Yeah,
And-
people say like, "Oh, it's only such a few people."
yeah, and
like,
people
oh,
were like,
no,
yeah, oh, well,
that's
less
terrible.
6,000 people, who cares kind of a thing. It's
Yeah.
overpopulated anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's just so,
It's just so mean.
nasty and mean. Just so nasty and mean. I don't know.
I don't like the internet sometimes. It's too mean.
Yeah, me too. Me
too mean.
And then sometimes you get kicked out of your own groups and stuff because people have personal vendettas and personal issues
right?
of themselves, which is so hilarious, seriously.
Getting kicked out of the group.
But anyways, but I get a good laugh. When I see things like this, sometimes it annoys me, but at the same moment, I just shake my head and say, don't these people have a better life?
Yeah,
I mean, is their life so boring that they're actually getting entertainment by doing this stuff?
You have literally like this is exactly how I feel about when I watch people argue over sports. I don't follow sports, but I see people literally like
Yeah.
hating each other.
Yeah.
It's like you don't even like you're not even part of the team.
No.
You're not even on the team.
Exactly. I mean, enjoying sports for what it is, one thing. Like my husband and my daughter are sports fanatics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when they're watching a sport, they are watching a sport.
Yeah.
But it's not like they are at loggerheads. It's, you know what I'm saying. It's there is a limit
Exactly.
that they do not cross that line. You know, but they purely enjoy it. From the realm of their soul, they enjoy a game.
Yeah, it's like
Part
I
of
enjoy the
the-
game, but man, I do
Yeah.
not live for the
Exactly.
sport.
I
Never
know.
did
Well,
in my life.
anyways, dosto, Rangmunch with Alima on Desi 1170. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
मेरे
And we are back on Desi 1170, and I hope everyone's having a good Saturday night. I hope it cooled down out there. I hope so too.
I'm glad I'm not out there.
Yeah, me too. But then, after the show, I have to go do some grocery shopping. And
You're still busy after this?
Actually, that is actually so much better. Like, I go home around 10:15, 10:30, right? I get out of here. But Safeway is so close to home, and it's 24/7.
Oh,
right?
really? You have a 24/7, 24 hours?
The 24-hour Safeway. So I just go there. It's empty.
You are so lucky.
Right? It just, if it takes you 1 hour, then it takes you half an hour, and there are no lines.
Yeah.
I'm done. Then
it's better to go at nighttime then, right?
Yeah. Then I don't have to go, specifically go for grocery shopping again on Sunday.
And you don't have to be driving in the hot sun, carrying groceries in your hot car.
And it's supposed to be hot still tomorrow too. We're still going to go through that heat wave or whatever.
From now on, I buy my groceries at nighttime.
At nighttime.
After the show.
Get some ice cream too, right?
With
Yeah,
no
that would be
lines.
cool. All right, people. How many of you have seen the movie Janjeer? Now, I'm not talking about the old Amitabh one, the new one that is come up with, I believe, Priyanka Chopra and Ramcharan. So, and I know there's been a lot of issues about it's been released or not released. So I really don't know if it's been released, but I've seen reviews. I've seen people come and say, 4 stars, 4.5 stars and everything. So I'm assuming it must have released at some theater. So if anyone's seen it, give us a call. Let me know how it came out. How is it in comparison with the old Amitabh star? I mean, that was like a classic movie. So I don't know if anything can be compared to that old classic, but I would be interested to know how this one fared. And so just give us a call, 408-912-5565. Some of the shows that I've been covering, the regular shows, now that Tiffany's not there, I didn't even have to see Chan Chan because Tiffany's not there. See? For Tiffany, I used to watch that show every week.
Really?
Yes, because she wants to have updates on that show.
You and Tiffany were so close.
So that was so hilarious. It looks like we may have a caller.
Yes, we do.
Hello, this is Rangmunch with Alima. Who's this?
Hi, Alima. This is Venu.
Hi, Venu. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm assuming you watched Gen Z if you're calling me.
No, I didn't watch it. I'm sorry, but I read the reviews and I didn't dare to watch it because everyone is giving 0 stars.
Oh, really? I read somewhere.
No, I mean, and apparently, now they're comparing with Ram Gopal Varma's Aag, and they're saying that is better than. So I don't think I would dare to watch it, and even the Telugu version was so terrible that I think apparently it broke the record in US for the worst movie before, which was Shadow or something. So I don't think I would watch it.
Seriously? Maybe we can just watch the DVD then instead of actually going to a theater.
I don't think so. I don't think I want to watch the DVD as well.
Hey, now think about it. This could be a nice girls' night out. You get the DVD, you get some alcohol, tequila shots, margaritas, and you get the DVD, and that would be so fair. Don't forget to invite me whenever you have this.
Definitely.
But
it's a date then.
Yeah, it's a date. But see, that's hard, right, Venu? You remember Janjeer of Amitabh and Pran, and it's like etched in your brain forever. I mean, it's so hard to go see another movie,
And you know what? I cannot even imagine Ramcharan fighting with Sanjay Dutt. It's like elephant fighting. I mean, it's not even realistic. Come on, Amitabh and Pran was okay. Similar almost personalities. But this is like a bacha fighting with Sanjay Dutt all beefed up. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And you know what the problem is, though? Now when you see Sanjay Dutt, you remember him being in prison, right? It just doesn't give out those good vibes anymore.
I didn't think about it that way, but it's just that it's just the personality, the size of the personality is one, and the acting apparently was terrible. And it was, I think I read 2 reviews. One was Raja Sen, and another one was Rajiv Masood, and both of them gave 0 out of 5. I thought I don't think I've seen any movie with 0 out of 5.
Now is this Ramcharan is the same guy who was in that movie Magadhira, right?
Yeah, he's Chiranjeevi's son. Yeah,
Chiranjeevi's son. Yeah, because when I watched Magadhira in a theater a long time ago, and I was very impressed with the movie.
Yeah, it's an awesome movie.
Yeah, that was.
And I think for that movie, the entire credit goes to the director because he struggled to bring a lot out of this guy. But this guy was okay in the
and I think
a
lot of it was the graphics and everything too. It was really eye-catching and very gripping. I mean, typically I stay far away from the Indian movies, the Telugu movies and stuff, unless someone comes and tells me you have to watch it. But that we just went on a whim, and I was really totally engrossed in it.
Oh no! I mean, he was good in Telugu, Ramcharan, like with dances and whatever, but fights. But I haven't seen this movie. I don't know why they give such bad reviews. Not just for him, like Priyanka, everyone.
Right.
So I don't think I would dare to watch it.
Yeah,
anyway.
and I guess it's also going through a lot of political upheaval and everything, right, in Andhra. So
I don't think so. I don't think it was anything to do with the political upheaval. I think
it has nothing to do with Chiranjeevi being, since he's that union minister for tourism or something, like.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. It was just a bad movie. I'm very sure about it.
Okay, we'll just take it at face value that it's a bad movie then. Okay. So we know we don't have to rent. Well, like I said, we'll just rent a DVD for a girls' night out. Okay, let's do that.
Let's do that.
And then we can criticize him and the movie and everyone in that.
Yeah, let's wait for the DVD then.
Yes, definitely. That sounds like a great plan, Venu. Let's have the date ready soon.
Yes.
TK then. All right then. Thank for calling. Have a good night.
It's an awesome show, by the way. I loved it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, for the people, well, how do you should I ask you how Masterminds is doing? It's doing pretty good. I know I got a call from Kaushik.
Oh, yeah, it's doing great. And we have Atherton Sacred Heart School also participating. And we have quite a few people interested in the contest. And I think mainly it's because if, with your entry, if it wins, you can impact thousands and thousands of children. And, with Jenya being 4 years old, we already crossed the 100,000 children mark this year.
You're right.
And, next year we are going with 600 to, anywhere between 600 to 700 schools. So you can imagine how many children you'll be impacting with your simple therapy.
That's just amazing. That's just amazing.
Yeah.
And how are we doing? Well, I know Jenya's partnering with What's the Buzz for the Dandiya coming up on September 28th. How is that going?
That is going very well. Actually, once we announced that we were getting Minisha Lamba, ticket sales have rocketed, and I think people should start buying, if they haven't yet, because the $15 tickets are almost sold out.
Oh, and for the listeners who are listening, Rangmunch with Alima is offering some free tickets, so make sure you guys give in a call to us, and you can get 2 free tickets for a call. I have, I think, about another 4 to 6 tickets to give away.
Yes, and for both the events, people can go to jenya.org, it's jnyaa.org for the details.
Okay, great. Sounds good, Venu.
All right.
All right, thanks. Have a great night.
You too. Thanks.
All right, bye. All right, those the Rangmunch with Alima will be back in a few minutes.
बिजली से डर गए हम सादगी पे आपकी लिल्लाह मर गए हाय हाय हाय
कुछ ना कहेंगे हम जानते हो तुम कुछ ना कहेंगे हम
मोहब्बत की कसम
मोहब्बत की कसम
मोहब्बत की कसम
मोहब्बत की कसम
वो दिल तेरा दीवाना है सनम दिल तेरा दीवाना है सनम
जानते हो तुम कुछ ना कहेंगे हम जानते हो तुम कुछ ना कहेंगे हम
मोहब्बत की कसम मोहब्बत की कसम मोहब्बत की कसम
मंजिल कहाँ है हमें क्या खबर
कुछ चाहत का असर कुछ मौसम का असर
ओ दिल तेरा दीवाना है सनम दिल तेरा दीवाना है सनम
जानते हो तुम कुछ ना कहेंगे हम तो जानते हो तुम कुछ ना कहेंगे हम
मोहब्बत की कसम
मोहब्बत की कसम
मोहब्बत की कसम
मोहब्बत की कसम
तेरी आंखों में जो सुरूर है सारा इसी का तो कसूर है
सैयाई जाने नगरी प्यार की सैयाई जाने नगरी प्यार की नादा ये दिल मेरा मजबूर है
जीवन में एक बार खुद हो जाता है प्यार
दिल तेरा दीवाना है सनम दिल तेरा दीवाना है सनम
जानते हो तुम कुछ ना कहेंगे हम ओ जानते हो तुम कुछ ना कहेंगे हम
मोहब्बत की कसम
मोहब्बत की कसम
क्या कीजिए कोई मन हो गया दिल में हमारे ना समा गया
हंस के किसी ने देखा एक बार हंस के किसी ने देखा एक बार है दिल की मुरादें कोई पा गया
सांसों में मीठिया होठों पे मिठाया
दिल तेरा दीवाना है सनम ओ दिल तेरा दीवाना है सनम
जानते हो तुम कुछ ना कहेंगे हम जानते हो तुम कुछ ना कहेंगे हम
मोहब्बत की कसम
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 Want to know the best Mercedes and BMW repair center? Introducing Star Auto Services. Located at 1555 South 10th Street in San Jose. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Give them a call at 408-280-7002 or visit their website, starautoservices.net. Star Auto Services. Quality service and repair for Mercedes and BMWs. It's the first Dandiya of the festival season. Dandiya Dilse at the Sunnyvale Hindu Temple on September 28th at 6:30 p.m. Get ready to put your dancing shoes on. For tickets, go to dandiyadilse.eventbrite.com. That's eventbrite.com. Dandiya Dilse. Brought to you by What's the Buzz in association with P&G Jewelers and Janya. If your dentist appointments sound like that, then it's time to make the switch to Dr. Lee. Dr. David Lee, Family Cosmetic and Restorative Dentistry, with offices in San Jose and Sunnyvale. Give them a call today at 408-972-9926 or go to smileplanner.com. Dr. David Lee, quality and comfortable dental care you can trust.
Rangmunch with Alima is back on Desi 1170, and I always do this little tidbits or snippets about the crazy world out there. There are like crazy people out there, crazy things that happen out there, and here we have a woman who hides $5,000 stolen cash in her rectum. That would have been one crazy, painful thing to do. Don't you think so?
$500,000 cash?
Cash, and she hides it in her rectum. You know what a rectum is, right?
Yeah. On a day-to-day. Oh wait.
No, I mean it looks like she actually stole it from her boyfriend and hid it in her rectum, and she had to be hospitalized because she was unsuccessful in retrieving that money.
Like, who put it there for her?
She put it herself because she stole it from her boyfriend. And I'm sitting there and thinking, don't you think there would be better and easier ways of hiding money?
Yeah, I would put it...
Anyway, this woman is from Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
And so apparently she was bleeding because, and she was trying to get this thing. She was trying to take him out with tongs or whatever it is. Anyway, so anyway, she ended up in the hospital, and that's what the story came out. That's saying that she stole the money from her boyfriend, and and so she didn't want her boyfriend to find out, and so that was the only place that she could think of hiding, and she ended up there. And of course, she had to go to the emergency room because she wasn't able to.
And so she withdrew.
She
her
was
money?
arrested. Yeah, she was arrested. The money came out.
I wonder, did they still process that money?
They would, because it's evidence.
Right?
It's evidence.
They're not going to throw the money away, right?
Oh, no.
Will it eventually get back in circulation? Into someone's wallet?
Yeah, probably sterilize it, maybe.
I would have.
But you know what, though? I don't think it does. Any evidence that they collect, I don't think it ever comes back into circulation.
They probably just keep it, right?
It goes into an evidence room kind of a thing, and it just stays there, I think.
Yeah.
You know how you'd write it down, and they have this huge storage where they box everything
Seen it
for
in
that.
Movies.
Yeah.
Same thing with like when they steal marijuana and cannabis, right? They don't put it back in circulation, right? Like they just keep it.
That's pretty much what they do. But it's just so crazy, and I'm sitting here and thinking, what do people think when they end up doing these things? I mean, do they even think before they act upon these thoughts? An Argentine woman swaps her 11-year-old daughter for a freezer. I mean, how crazy is that?
Wait, she swapped her 11-year-old daughter for
a freezer.
No way. Where? No way. Is this in Tennessee also?
It's in New York.
All these crazy American
She
stories.
allegedly sold her 11-year-old daughter in exchange for a freezer.
Like adoption, or
no? She just sold.
People can do that.
Yes,
just
they
buy
can do that.
children.
Right? I mean, but you're talking about a human being. You're talking about your own daughter, for God's sake.
God, how can she do that? Well,
okay, so apparently she swapped her daughter to a neighbor for the kitchen appliance and several other household items. And you know what happens to the girl when she gets sold like that? It's human trafficking.
Yeah, that's
terrible. She was abused physically.
Oh God.
She's in protective custody at the moment, but the damage is already done.
Gee.
I mean, 11. I mean, Julio.
My sister's 11.
My
That's
daughter is 11 years old.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, how can you even think about acting upon these thoughts? I mean, where is your brain? Seriously, I mean.
Yeah.
Why
11 years old? Why then?
But what is the need for it anyways?
Right.
I mean, can't you just, it's not like it says you're poor or anything. Obviously, it looks like you have money. You could just go buy the appliances if you need. You didn't have to swap your, I mean, it's not like a barter system where you're swapping items in a house. You're talking about humans.
Yeah, human is not worth a freezer.
Yeah,
no.
it's just crazy. It's just, I mean, it gets crazier.
Oh, really? There's more to the story? Or?
It gets crazier as I come up with more articles and stuff. But then before I take a break and come with another song, considering we live in a crazy, crazy world, we still have good people. We still have helpful people.
I'm one of them. I'm just kidding.
I'm one of them too.
Yeah.
Zindagi gulzar hai. We always, make life what it is. Whether you fight, you argue, you make up, whatever it is, there's still good people. So I came across a little article where, this is like a long time ago, and apparently she was a single mom and she was caught shoplifting. But you know what the cops did? They actually helped her out because she was shoplifting food for her baby. She didn't take anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
It wasn't she was shoplifting any other, just for a random shoplifting thing. She took baby diapers, she took rash cream, and clothes for her children.
Was she a homeless lady?
She was homeless.
Gee. Wait, so
so the cops did not book her. In fact, they went and then bought her more stuff for the family, and they let her go.
Oh, that is so touching.
Isn't that so sweet?
But what? That is just crazy.
And even the store, and it actually happened in Kmart, and apparently they even dropped the charges, But,
wow. Survival right there, I mean. Wow.
But what I'm saying is, sometimes it's just not about the law. It's just not what it is written and that you go do it. Sometimes you have to understand the situation, the circumstances, kind of look the other side of the story as to seeing why people are doing what they're doing. I mean, you're evil, you're like Jeffrey Dahmer, and you're a psycho, then okay, you are gone. I mean, you lethal injection, whatever it is, you are gone. But people who have the right heart at the right place.
Yeah, some people. You know what a good quote is for this?
Yes.
Or a friend once told me, it's like, oh, well, if someone stole my stuff, I hope they need it.
Yes.
If someone stole my bicycle, I hope they need it.
Exactly.
Bicycle,
yeah. That is just so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That really is nice. Well, anyways, though, so you're listening to Alima on Rangmunch with Alima, and Julio is at the board. Stay tuned in. We have a few more minutes coming up before we say good night.
जो तुमको हो पसंद वही बात कहेंगे तुम दिन को अगर रात हो रात कहेंगे जो तुमको हो पसंद वही बात कहेंगे मर जाते हम सभी के
क्या मैं इस काबिल हूँ
दे देना आप साथ तो मर जाते हम सभी के पूरे हुए हैं आपसे अरमान जिंदगी के हम जिंदगी को आपकी हम जिंदगी को आपकी हम जिंदगी को आपकी सौगात कहेंगे तुम दिन को अगर रात हो रात कहेंगे तो तुमको हो पसंद वही बात कहेंगे सराहेंगे आप ही को
क्या इसे भी सच मान लूं
चाहेंगे निभाएंगे सराहेंगे आप ही को आँखों में दम है जब तक देखेंगे आप ही अपनी जुबान से आपके, अपनी जुबान से आपके, अपनी जुबान से आपके जज्बात कहेंगे। तुम दिन को अगर रात हो रात कहेंगे, जो तुमको हो पसंद वही बात कहेंगे, जो तुमको हो पसंद वही बात कहेंगे।
Talking about the homeless and helping people and things like that, I wish when I win a lottery, that's what I would do something for the homeless people.
Oh yeah, totally. I would help out every family member in the entire family tree.
Right, exactly. So and I came across this article and I go, how sweet is this? Living with the Abrex. The Meet the Family who provides sanctuary for the homeless. It's such a risk. Do you know how hard or how dangerous it is to even open your home to the homeless, because you don't know who those people are to begin with, right? That is there. Considering that's what it is, so this family, apparently they have taken in 250 homeless people over the last 7 years.
To live there permanently?
They live in their house. So the couple live on a rented farm with their 2 youngest children, and currently they're sharing the living space with 18 homeless women and children, and a few volunteers who lend a hand managing the house and the land. Okay, so it's a busy household. Apparently they have rules and everything. Okay, so they like each day one homeless person is responsible for cleaning and cooking,
that's smart.
So they kind of set some rules. They kind of set up ground rules. There's a discipline in the house, what I'm saying. They gave these people responsibility. So they feel, it's important to make a person feel important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It kind of boosts their self-confidence and
give them a duty that they're good at.
Yes, or just as a human being. As a human being. You're giving them enough respect as just a human being. It doesn't have to be anything else, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I trust you to do this job.
Yeah, exactly. So, so I think this is just amazing.
Yeah. So, like I was saying earlier, people open up kitchens too. Yeah.
Right.
Like famous artists like John Bon Jovi.
Yep. I think that is so sweet. I think that is really, really nice. Considering they have attained a certain level, like a celebrity status, for them people to come and help with, different foundations, different charities, or opening their home for, the homeless people. I think
so
that's
cool.
Pretty neat.
It's so cool if you're famous.
Like
and you help out.
every first Sunday in a month, my daughters and I go to the San Jose homeless shelter.
Really?
We cook and we feed the homeless. It's organized by one of my very close friends,
right,
who happens to be an insurance agent. We've been friends for the past 25 years.
Right.
So every first Sunday in the month,
that's really
you'll find us there at the San Jose homeless shelter. And I wanted my children to be a part of it because I wanted them to see
how blessed some people are, right?
Yes, exactly. They need to know. They need to know where the other part of the world is like. It's whatever we have now can be taken for granted.
Exactly.
Because we could become homeless.
Any
just like
second.
that. Like how Karthik called up and said, you won the lottery and you're broke and
you're done. You're on your own, right? Like
you're on your own.
What's crazy is that the other day at the stoplight I saw a homeless man, but this guy was different. He wasn't like your typical homeless guy. He looks like he has a shower. He was a really young, in his early to his mid to early late 20s. Like he's 27, 28, and he's a handsome guy too, and he's homeless.
Yeah. That is tough.
I'm like, what the heck? God.
Isn't it true though, Julio, that all these veterans who come back from the war and stuff and things like that, they go through so much and a lot of them become homeless.
It's
and
just,
how a lot of them go through all that trauma and everything, and some of them get discharged at an early age.
20s,
25s, where they can't they can't go back to those places again. They have post-traumatic syndrome, and
So it starts early, huh?
It starts early, and they're just not viable for combat anymore.
Wow.
What would you do? What would you? I mean, like at the San Jose shelter, when I see people in wheelchairs, I see people disabled, and a couple of their limbs missing, or it's just so sad.
It is really sad.
It's
Oh my
just so
God.
sad. I mean, and here you have people without money and everything, and then on the other spectrum of the scale, you have these people who do crazy things because they have a lot of money, like Botox and cosmetic surgeries and everything. And apparently, the latest trend is a Joker smile surgery.
Really?
What the heck is that all about? I mean, seriously.
Is it a Korean thing by any chance? Because Koreans are all about that.
Oh my God!
plastic
Seriously,
surgery.
it is.
It is? It is Korean,
a South
right?
Korean thing.
I knew
oh my
it.
God! I mean,
I
you
knew
were
it.
dead right on that. It says it's a South Korean women trend. It's a disturbing new surgery that aims to give a permanent smiling face.
I'm not surprised. It's like there's a famous lady in Korea. She's around 46 years old, and she's a fitness model. She's a mom who did not look too good. She was big, and then she got skinny, but it wasn't just that. She got plastic surgery, and now she's like a big icon over there. She's like a fitness model. She's literally almost 50, and she looks like she's in her early 20s. It's just crazy.
It's crazy.
Plastic surgery.
Well, see, that's all plastic.
Yeah.
Right? There's no reality
Plastic
about it.
surgery and fitness is unbeatable combination.
Yeah.
You're going to be young forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so and of course she'll probably go back to it if everything doesn't work out, right? You know what I'm saying? If she lacks off on any of the fitness thing, if she gets a bulge somewhere, whatever, she easily can go back and have cosmetic surgery again.
I know she could just
She
could
can just go.
liposuction out.
Exactly.
the fat. She could
Exactly.
redo her nose.
It's almost like going for a flu shot.
Oh.
Ooh, oh my God. I mean, just think about it. That's how it's going to be, like going for a flu shot later on. Anyway, so this surgery is called Smile Lift, LIPT, as it combines lip and lift. It's a procedure that lifts and curls the drooping mouth corners by manipulating the facial muscles around the mouth.
Whoa.
So
what does that translate into? What does that mean?
So what it means is, like, you have a drooping mouth, right? So
Right.
they're going to lift those muscles around the mouth to always make it look like a smile, like a continuous smile. So you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's scary.
So it's always a smile. So your mouth cannot like
the joke. Oh, that's
like
called the
it doesn't
Joker.
look. If you're not smiling, how would your face be? It's not going
Pretty
to be like
neutral.
that anymore.
Yeah, it's like
So there's always going to be like your face is always smiling 24/7.
wow.
Pretty much that's what it is. So, but it's like, isn't that so painful and risky? I mean, how are people even let the doctors do things like this?
Didn't they?
I mean,
Don't they say that it only takes like only two muscles to smile or something like that? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
I'm
it's
always smiling. I have these wrinkles right here, and
the laughing lines.
I think
and
I already
everything.
have that Joker smile. Like,
oh no, but see, I mean, so what it is basically they sever the strong jaw muscles, like your jaw muscles here. They sever them. Okay, so the ones which pull you down. Right. So that means they weaken.
So they can't pull you down anymore.
Right. So the muscles over here, they weaken, and then they lift the corners up.
Wow.
Right, and then they strengthen the muscles that lift the corners up. So there must be different set of muscles for a drooping mouth versus a smiling mouth, right?
You want to know? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just crazy. Like,
Isn't
surgery can do that.
I mean, just thinking about it, just even analyzing the basic concept of how it can be done is just scary. It's just really scary. But who would want to always keep like a smile like that?
I have no clue.
I don't know. I mean, this is just really, really crazy. And then of course it's going to look so very unnatural. The unnatural permanent, the smiling look. Such even if they want, they will not be able to create a drooping mouth forever. So they can't look sad, depressed, or anything because it's already, perfected that way.
Wow.
And of course, there is always a possibility that the right and the left side may look different. So it's got a lot of consequences going for it. People who want to undergo such surgery, they should think twice before deciding to take up such invasive procedures. But my thing is, why do you want to give it a warning when you shouldn't even be doing it? You come out with all this bad stuff and then you tell them, beware, be warned, these are the consequences. Why even do it?
Because you want to look good.
It's such a vain thing, though.
I actually know about something recent that's related to what we're talking about.
What is it?
Well, I don't know. It was just like a month ago they released a collection of the pictures of the beauty pageant in Korea.
Uh-huh.
And literally all the portraits of the competitors, they literally all look the same. And people said, this is what plastic surgery, that was the big thing on the internet. Look what plastic surgery does. And they showed all the contestants and they ran an animation of all of them going through the pictures. Mm-hmm. And you literally cannot tell who's who.
And these are the conservative countries we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like the Korea.
They're into it.
They're conservative. They're considered conservative, aren't they? I mean,
are they considered conservative?
Well, you wouldn't see them doing a whole bunch of this progressive stuff like 10 years ago or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you think so? I mean, I always thought that like the culture and the way they treat women and all that stuff, they're conservative that ways.
Yeah, the traditional. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, the traditional. I mean, they have their cultures. I mean, a woman has a place like like in India. Woman has she's there for certain things.
Right.
It's and that's how I always thought of like Japan and China.
Yeah, I wonder how
Korea.
they look at it.
So for them to be coming and doing all this plastic. Artificial stuff is just so against what
I know, it's so weird. The world's changing too fast.
It's just changing way too fast. All right, Dosta, we're almost at the end of the show. Actually, I wanted to end the show with a very popular song. It's been a while since I listened to this song. I just came across it in passing, and a few years ago you could listen to the song every single time, every single place, and it was all the men would go gaga over it and everything. So maine socha ki let me end the night with that song. Did I say Gaga?
Yeah, did you
I
say
wasn't
Gaga?
talking about Lady Gaga. I was just saying Gaga.
I was like, I've never used Lady Gaga. I've never heard Lady Gaga as a verb.
People go Gaga over the song.
Wow. Gaga, I like that expression. It's awesome.
There you go. All right, dostos. So enjoy the song. Have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for listening to Rangmunch with Alima on Desi 1170. And Julio, thank you for running the boat. It's good to have you back.
You are the best. It's fun being part of your show.
Well, you have to listen to fact. There is a fact that I told everyone. The fact is, your radio show host is the most smartest, the most beautiful, the most sexy.
Yes, you are. Yeah, that's what
I told Tiffany and Lowell, you better remember this fact. It's the only fact you need to remember.
I'm cool with that.
I was telling them facts about the world and everything, and I snuck this thing in between, and I told them, and they go, oh, for a second they didn't catch it because it was in between all the facts I was telling.
They were trying to process it.
Yeah, and then they didn't process it and repeated it, and I go, repeat this. But anyway,
and they're just trying to be too nice. Like, okay, you are indeed.
Yes, exactly.
The best journalist in the world.
Well, it was great having a chat with you. Stay safe and stay cool. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
ऐसी नजर से देखा उस जालिम ने चौक पर हमने कलेजा रख दिया चाकू की नोक पर
बवाल हो गया
din tanak din tanak din 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 kada din 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 tanak din dhadir gidda kada din din tanak din gidda ta 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 dum
मेरा चैन वैन सब उजड़ा जालिम नजर हटा ले मेरा चैन वैन सब उजड़ा जालिम नजर हटा ले बर्बाद हो रहे हैं जी बर्बाद हो रहे हैं जी
कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना ओ कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना
हो मेरे नैना जुड़वा नैना
कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना
सुर में से लिखे तेरे वादे आँखों की ज़बानी आते हैं हाय मेरे रुमालों पे लब तेरे बांध के निशाने जाते हैं
ओ तेरी बातों में क़िमाम की खुशबू है ओ तेरा आना भी गर्मियों की लू है
ओ तेरी बातों में क़िमाम की खुशबू है ओ तेरा आना भी गर्मियों की लू है
आजा टूटे ना अंगड़ाई मेरी अंगड़ाई ना टूटे तू आजा मेरी अंगड़ाई ना टूटे तू आजा
कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना ओ कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना
हो मेरे नैना में छुप के रहना
कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना
आँखें भी कमाल करती हैं पर्सनल से सवाल करती हैं हाय पलकों को उठाती भी नहीं पर्दे का ख्याल करती हैं
ओ मेरा गम तो किसी से भी छुपता नहीं दर्द होता है दर्द जब छुपता नहीं
ओ मेरा गम तो किसी से भी छुपता नहीं दर्द होता है दर्द जब छुपता नहीं
आजा टूटे ना अंगड़ाई मेरी अंगड़ाई ना टूटे तू आजा मेरी अंगड़ाई ना टूटे तू आजा
कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना ओ कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना कजरा रे तेरे कारे कारे नैना ओ तेरे नैना हमें डसते हैं तेरे नैना ओ कजरा रे
Desi 1170 AM would like to thank our sponsors for